everybody. We are back, and the next session is one of my favorite people on the planet. He is the reason why the last con he hooked us up with the exclusive, the Gen X Comics exclusive, which was dope. And I actually got to see it. I remember when I first saw it, I was like, what is happening here? This is a crazy cover. So Terminus Veil #1. If you haven't had a time or a chance to go to his booth, you should. You should go to his website. You should buy all his books. I got mine signed, so those are in my PC. But I just want to introduce y'all to Mr. Jack Harris Jr. He's the creator and author of Terminus Veil, which is produced by his company, Clash Digital Publishing. And he's been really hard at work at #5, I believe. You're about to hopefully publish very soon because I'm dying to see what happens next.
Yeah. We're working hard, and I appreciate being here, Gen
Yeah.
X, as always, man. I love chopping it up with you, man, and talking. And yeah, man, we're working hard on issue 5. We're in a really good spot with it. I think we're really about to finish the line art. So once we go on the colors, it usually speeds up a good bit. And we're actually already kind of starting some of the line art and some of the layout stuff on issue 6. So
Wow.
um,
I know
yeah,
you
yeah,
feel
yeah.
good.
Yeah. We feel really good. It's been a slow start to the year for us on the creative side. But I think we're really about to speed up and kind of blitz the summer and fall. So it'd be nice.
So you have been, as Temple said, grinding for a minute. You want to tell people first of all what is Terminus Veil, if people don't know by now, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
maybe even your con where you'll be next in the next couple of months.
Yeah, so what Terminus Veil is? Terminus Veil is an action mystery book about a private security team that gets attacked while they're transporting a new invention. Basically, guys come down a helicopter, start shooting at them. They're trying to figure out what's going on, leads into a bigger conspiracy. It's a kind of, a really diverse team of different people who are all together, trying to, again, find out why people are stealing all this kind of high tech, new innovations, military weapons, all these types of things. So there, it's. I would say that's probably the best rendition I could give of Terminus Veil. Um, we're at issue 5, as you were saying, and essentially our issue 5 starts off a new kind of arc. Our first issues 1 through 4 all kind of turned into a big volume that we had a Kickstarter for last year. And we'll get ready to have a Kickstarter in October for our issue 5, our issue 6,
Mm.
and our one shot. We got a one shot for our character Badia, called Badia's Gambit. And it's about a 40-page book that's also in production right now. So we have a whole big deal. But yeah, we've been grinding at it for a while, doing tons of cons. I know you said, what cons are we doing next?
Well, I've
Um,
seen people dressed up and showing
oh,
up, you know,
yeah,
at
yeah, yeah.
cons. So I know you got some amazing fans and folks who are loving the book.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, the cons is where it's at right now. Besides the Gen X con, the
Oh,
physical in person. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. Well, we're at BlurredCon coming up, and that's in
Yeah.
Arlington, Virginia. So we'll be there for, I think it's July 12th to the 14th. We got DreamCon in Austin, Texas. We did it last year, and it was really a great turnout. Got to meet Almost Vintage there, which was dope. We got to have some barbecue and cut it up. And we'll be back there. That'll be the 26th. Yeah,
26.
26th of July. And from there, we'll kind of taper down for a little bit, because we'll be pretty much in heavy promotion mode for the upcoming Kickstarters and all the releases of issue 5 and 6 and everything else.
That's awesome. So, do you want to let people know how how the process goes from finishing the book and then having to mail them all out? Because I see you fulfill those orders from the Kickstarter and all that. You want to tell people what the real deal is about
Yeah, yeah.
Kickstarter and for
This is
crowdfunding?
my life. See this little station back here behind me. That's I just fulfilled a couple orders today of people ordering some books online. So yeah, man. From Kickstarter, the process, you start obviously just setting up the Kickstarter page and all of that. And you're trying to determine, what your rewards are gonna be, right? Because that's a big part of what you're gonna fulfill. And so, once you know that, you kind of get the idea of your box sizes. And I literally have I won't move my camera, but I've got just a on my wall right here. I've got this whole deal that's like, uh, basically each box size for each type of reward that I had to
Mm,
send out. And yeah, man, that's fulfillment, right? Is
yeah.
knowing the weights that are going to be like, what's the difference between the weight of an issue one floppy from a volume one, and all of that. And yeah, man, it's just work,
Yeah.
grinding.
Yeah. But it's, I think the last time we had you, you had a really successful Kickstarter. I'm sure the pressure on that also was also kind of fulfillment and all that, and being able to be successful in producing the best content out there. People always ask me what your comic book is about. I'm like, you gotta read it because it has a lot of dialogue in there that's adult, but then it's also nostalgic, and then there's also like I would say it's pretty action oriented from beginning to end,
Yeah.
nonstop. So everything that I would want in a comic book that doesn't have too much of that lull that you see in the other big threes where they're literally setting you up. I remember the first time I saw Terminus Veil, I was like, whoa, this artwork is dope. Wait a minute. The writing is really great because it's fast paced and it's spot on. Wasn't prepared when I first read the Terminus Veil, and that's why I bought the rest of them. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, 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 man. I love action. That's where I live.
Yeah,
It's all most of the books I read are usually action based. Um, but no, man, I don't plan on stopping it being fast paced. We are setting. I do like to believe we're setting you up for a longer payoff and some of the stuff that's going on story wise. But I always like to keep the readers just interested and excited, and I love giving the artists, because we really take our time trying to pick who we work with, and finding good partners on that side, to be able to show off a little bit, right? Like I don't want to
yeah,
just give them panels of like, okay, they're talking back and forth, and you see the heads, just the mouths moving a little bit. Like, no, like I want to show a building on fire and somebody kicking down the door or whatever.
right.
Um, but that's me. Which is why it's going to be really fun with issue 5, because it starts a new arc where we're in Memphis. Um, Essentially, there's a serial killer, that has been killing just politicians and police. Um, and he's got a piece of tech that makes him invisible. Um, and so the whole team, kind of working with the FBI.
Adrian said, "Is there a TV sketch blank cover?"
There's not one now, but there will be for issue 5.
Oh, because almost he loves him some blank covers and he likes to
Yeah,
do the
yeah,
art.
yeah. No, no. I wish I would have did it the first time around. But there will be for 5.
So yeah, so I know so as far as your books are concerned, where do people go and get it? Obviously at your booth, you have all your credentials up there. It tells everything.
Yeah.
Um if are you doing any like variant covers or like foils or anything like that? Do you do any of those?
So I've been talking to some printers about foils for the next round, because
Cool.
I really want to do one for the one shot for body to have a foil. And yeah, we're gonna have some variants. I don't know if I have a variant other than a sketch cover for issue 5,
Cool.
but I know that for body is one shot, we're gonna have at least 3 variants.
Okay.
Um, we got a couple of artists who are already in the mix that know they're doing it.
That's
We'll
cool.
probably secure a couple more. But yeah, yeah. I want to see about a foil, but I want to make sure I get it with the right printer. If I do it, I want
Oh,
to
got you.
understand it fully. It's one of those
Yeah.
things I like never done before, so I want to make sure I understand it. I don't want to just give something to everybody and
Somebody.
they feel it, and if it doesn't feel right or something's weird.
Yeah. Well, listen up. I appreciate you, man, coming through. Thank you for supporting the con first and foremost.
Oh yeah,
People want to see action figures next. I mean, this is You could do it old school. You could do the animation. You just put the action figures out there and see what happens. Terminus Veil.
So we got the 3D statue coming up for real, dude.
For real.
6 inch. Yeah. We're working on it. It'll be in the Kickstarter. We
Oh
got
my
one
God. That's so cool.
for Chew-On. Yeah. It'll be there. Like I
Oh
just
my
was actually
God.
talking to our 3D designer, our sculptor, yesterday.
That's cool.
And we've been working with him for about 2 months now. He's just, hard at work. It's looking good. We're really at the polished stage of it now, and yeah, I expect to get the actual print of it probably around September.
Okay. Robbie asked, is there any movies, franchises that inspired you to get Terminus Veil from your brain to the page?
Man, movies. I mean, there's the I would always say the franchise that I'm most inspired by is Ghost in the Shell,
Mm-mm.
and the animated series
Okay.
around that. That's probably the one that I would really lean to.
I almost thought you were going to say Predator.
Ooh, Predator's a good one too.
Because, yeah, I'm gonna need a remote control helicopter with all those figures in there. That's what I'm looking for. We are thankful for your sponsorship, your support, and as always, your intellect is on another level and getting these books out there. Looking forward to number 5 and what's in store for the team. So this will be a good one. Peace out. Thank you, Jack Harris and Terminus
Yep.
Veil.